Hi and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today we're going to be talking about the new moon in Scorpio. This is occurring on the 14th or the 15th of November 2020, depending on where it is that you are in the world, and it's happening at 23 degrees of Scorpio. This new moon is going to be so incredibly dynamic. We have Mercury as well back in the sign of Scorpio. So we have the sun and the moon conjunct, as they always are during a new moon, in the sign of Scorpio with Mercury. So our mind is back in Scorpio mode, our consciousness, right? Our emotions, all of this back in Scorpio mode. And so what is Scorpio energy? Scorpio energy is that incredibly deep energy, right? It's incredibly emotional. It's incredibly driven, incredibly passionate energy. This is the energy of secrets and the truth underneath, right? Coming to, getting down to the bottom of it, right? Scorpio energy likes to dig deep. It leaves no stone unturned. And so we are seeing this moon as an incredible moon of truth. Truth and intimacy are the two themes that I feel highlighted the most deeply by the energy of this new moon. People may be aware, if you watch this channel, you're definitely aware that it's been an incredibly dynamic week leading up to this new moon. We had the 11/11 portal on the 11th, right? And we've been in the gateway leading up to that energy. As I record this video on the 9th, we are still within that gateway leading up, and those energies are intensifying every day. Immediately following the 11/11 portal, on the 12th, we have the third and final conjunction of Jupiter and Pluto. There is a video on that as well as the 11/11 portal. If you haven't watched those, I strongly suggest that you do. This is incredibly potent, powerful energy that we are working with. On the 13th, we have Mars stationing. And on the 14th, with this new moon, we have Mars beginning to move direct. And so this is incredibly powerful and incredibly important when we understand that Mars, up until Pluto was discovered, was the ruler of Scorpio and is still considered by many to be a co-ruler of Scorpio. Pluto is the higher octave of Mars. And so this energy is really being intensified and amplified. We have been learning throughout the second half of 2020 how to step fully into our empowerment, right? Our divine masculine energy has been receiving this incredible upgrade. And so we can feel this energy climaxing with this new moon. This new moon is exposing truth. Anywhere where there were shadows lurking that we were not able to shine light on, that truth is now being exposed. Anything that came up during Mercury retrograde that was not addressed, as Mercury now returns to the sign of Scorpio, will be laid bare. There will be, like we said, with that Scorpio energy, no stone left unturned. So that final stone that you didn't want to look at, that you didn't want to flip over, that is being overturned during this full moon. I very much felt the energy of like the elephant in the room. So if the elephant in the room has not been acknowledged up until this point, it will be acknowledged under the light of this new moon. Or I guess really, new moons have no light, right? It's the dark moon, but the metaphorical light of this new moon. Adding to this theme of truth, we have some very interesting alignments going on. We have Uranus conjunct True Black Moon Lilith right now, opposing Mercury. Okay, this is a dynamic energy because we have the planet that represents freedom and rebellion, right? And authenticity paired up with Black Moon Lilith, who represents all those things as well. These are the two wildest and most free astrological bodies, the most rebellious astrological bodies meeting and conjunct in the sky, opposing Mercury in Scorpio. And so this is like really triggering. Whatever it is that we have repressed or suppressed is coming to full light. We will not be able to look the other way, right? It will be staring us right in the face. We are going to be pairing this with the energy of Mars direct. We are going to be very concerned with what it is that we want, what it is that we need, how it is that we are getting what it is that we want and what it is that we need. And if we are not getting those things, how that can be accomplished. We are going to feel a primal need and desire to actualize our full potential and to stand in the authenticity of who we are, regardless of what else is going around us. And we do have, it's all another new perspective that we're being shown, right? A new perspective, and the lens through which we are viewing this new perspective, this fresh perspective, is that lens of our inner authority, of our inner rebellion, also of our inner humanitarian, right? Because Uranus energy is very much about that. It's information, a whole new level of information coming through that really truly sets us free. All right. Now, we also have this T-square that we've been talking about a little bit this week going on. And that T-square involves Eris and Aries, Venus and Libra. And then in the focal point, we have Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. Okay, so this is dynamic energy. Eris is the feminine warrior planet, right? Eris energy does not tolerate injustice, does not tolerate being treated unjustly, and is very much, it's a dynamic, it's the feminine equivalent of Mars energy, right? So we have that energy squaring off against Venus and Libra, which is the energy, or opposing rather, Venus and Libra, which is that energy of fairness and balance and harmony. So our desire for fairness and balance and harmony in our lives, for harmonious relationships, right? Our harmonious relationships, not only with other people, but with ourselves, right? Because this moon is very much about ourselves. How are we able to be intimate with others? Right? And how are we able to be intimate with ourselves? Because we can never truly be intimate with another if we are not able to be intimate with ourselves. And so that self piece is coming through very strongly. So understand, when we talk about relationships, we are also talking about that relationship to self. How do we try to keep our relationships to others and the relationship we have with ourselves harmonious and balanced? What do we sacrifice in order to do that? And are we willing to sacrifice that any longer if it truly does not resonate with our truth, our ultimate truth, right? And so with Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter in the middle here as the decider, as the equalizer, what we're being asked to do is look over the growth that we've had this past year, right? The growth of our beliefs, our ideals, our values, right? How our empowerment, and how is that being reflected in our outer life, in our relationships with ourselves, and in our relationships with others? And if that is not being reflected, how does that feel, right? This is Scorpio. This is emotional energy. We are going to feel very viscerally how it is that it feels if we are still not living in alignment with our truth. And this Aries energy is calling us into that. This Uranus conjunct True Black Moon energy is calling us into that, right? It's like the divine masculine energy has received this upgrade, right? This awakening throughout the second half of 2020. And now that divine feminine energy in all of its full empowerment is stepping forward and saying, are you ready to match me? And so these two aspects of ourselves are wanting to come into union. They are wanting to be equals, right? That is the energy of True Black Moon and the energy of Aries. They have very similar energy, these two asteroids, these two astrological bodies, okay? They want that fairness and balance that Libra promises, but they don't want to compromise them. They refuse to compromise themselves to get it, right? They want true balance, not like I'm going to compromise and do things that make me uncomfortable or do things I really don't want to do because I know it's going to keep the peace. They don't want to keep the peace. They want true fairness and equality. And so that is what we are striving for. That is what we are needing in the way that we conduct ourselves and handle ourselves and in our relationships right now. So this energy is so incredibly powerful and intense. I can feel it. When I do these videos now, I can feel the energy coursing through me, and it's just like, oh my God, it is so powerful. Yeah, that's it. That's the energy of it. It's this moment of truth. It's us understanding where it is that we stand in the truth, in our heart of hearts. Where is it that we stand? What is it that we want? What is it that we need? It's like we are finally understanding, for those of us who hadn't quite grasped it yet, how important it is to honor our own needs, right? To be fair and just in all situations, but we're having this new understanding about what fairness and what justice is. What does that really look like, right? And is it ever fairness and justice if one party is lacking while one party is gaining, right? If one party is unhappy and to make the other person happy, that's not fairness and that's not justice. And so we are seeing this, and we are seeing this in so many different ways. On a collective level, we're seeing this, right? Like this diplomacy, this like political savvy, if you will, right? This way that this mediator, this like Libra is very much the energy of the politician, like the polished politician. And then we have Aries, which is that furious, fiery energy, right? That just comes and bulldozes right over that and is like, okay, that's great, you're saying this, but what are you doing? That's the energy of this moon. It's like, we don't care what you say, show me what you do. Put action behind those words. We want to see that action. We want to be that action right now. And that is so incredibly important right now. That's that Mars energy, right? We want to be that action. We want to be that change. And Scorpio energy, the highest expression of Scorpio energy is to live 100% in harmony with their true desires and true passions. What is it that I really feel? What is it that I really want? What is it that I really need? And am I living a life that is in accordance to that? That's when Scorpio energy is at its highest vibration. Okay, that is the goal of the energy of Scorpio. And so if Scorpio is not living that, that's when if Scorpio is repressing the truth of that, that's when these shadow behaviors come out. This manipulative energy, the passive and the aggressive energies, that's when the stinger comes out, right? Also when Scorpio feels that they are being treated unfairly, right? But Scorpio energy will also fight to the death for the ones that it loves, for the things that matter. Right? This is a warrior energy, Scorpio energy. It's a highly intuitive energy. And so we are being faced with the truth of like, what am I willing to fight to the death for? Right? What really matters? And if I am not in line with that, if my actions are not aligned with that, how can I align my actions with that? And we can set incredible intentions for that as we move forward from here. All right. So what are we going to pull for cards right now? I want to do a Lightworkers Oracle for you guys. Clear. All right. Tell us about the energies of this Scorpio new moon. Oh, yes, another aspect that I forgot to mention. Also conjunct the sun and the moon, we have Juno, which is the asteroid that represents partnerships, marriage, right? And so there may be some major shakeups and realizations when it comes to those things. This is, again, where we're examining our ideals, right? Our true ideals. That's what we've been challenged to do through this whole year of 2020. What are my true morals, ethics, and ideals? Not what have I been culturally programmed to believe and to think, right? But what is my own truth? That's what we're being asked to step into. So where marriage and partnerships and relationships are concerned, we are going to be feeling this energy very, very heavily, right? Anything that we have been unwilling to acknowledge when it comes to these topics will be coming up for examination. So on or around this time frame, we can expect engagements, we can expect breakups and divorces. There's a whole reconciliations. There's a whole lot of that energy going on. Whatever the truth around those energies will be revealed, and people will feel as though they are forced to act accordingly, right? That drive, that desire to act accordingly will be activated. All right. And so we have the dark night of the soul coming out. This is, Scorpio energy is intense. We go deep into those intense emotions, right? Scorpio energy, it's that deep diver. And so this makes a lot of sense. This is also another purge of darkness to make way for more light. This keeps happening and keeps happening and keeps happening. Excuse me. Yeah, this dark night of the soul energy coming through heavy, right? For people who, it's like when the elephant in the room is exposed. That sends a lot of people for a tailspin. When our personal truth is surprising to us, right? That is going to cause some of this energy, right? This is the energy of questioning everything that we thought that we knew, right? Sometimes when ultimate truth is understood and revealed, It challenges every single other thing that we thought we knew and believed. And that's the dark night of the soul energy. That's the energy of questioning. Who am I? Why am I here? What am I doing? Right? And that is a beautiful energy. If we're in that energy, that means that we are beginning to question everything that is not in alignment so that we can release that and come into alignment with what is truly meant for us. What is our true path forward, right? Then we have divine grace, the law of efficiency. All right, and we're going to check out the book to see, and then unplug from mass consciousness on the bottom of the deck, okay? Yeah. And so this card says, it is time your life became easier. It is time for you to walk the way of divine grace with trust, simplicity, and acceptance. You do not have to try to make things happen. You can gracefully act without attachment and trust that all will be as it is meant to be. Surrender your struggles now as you allow life to serve you with love and kindness. This is the most efficient use of your energy and will lead to the best results. And so this is great energy coming through for us, right? Because Mars turning direct, we are going to be inspired to move forward, right? And we may not know exactly how to do that. With this intense energy, we may want to bulldoze our way ahead, right? Mars has been in retrograde for a while. For some people, this is going to be an incredible surge of energy, an incredible surge of ambition. But it's like, what is the most efficient way? What have we been learning throughout the second half of 2020 as well? How to pace ourselves, how it is to accomplish what we're needing to accomplish without burning ourselves out. And so this energy comes through to show us how to do that, right? What does it talk about? It talks about acting without attachment, right? It talks about surrendering our struggles, to working in concert. This is the co-creation energy, right? We are creators, but we co-create with spirit. And that takes a lot of the pressure off, right? We don't have to do everything. We do the things that we need to do, and we allow spirit to do the things that spirit needs to do. And all of that coalesces and moves together in flow and in harmony when we allow it to. The law of efficiency encourages us to work smarter rather than always working harder. It is like learning to allow a wave to carry you to shore rather than swimming the entire way with your own efforts alone, or even against the current, which would make the journey even harder. It is like planting a seed at the right time so nature will help it bloom in the spring rather than planting it during the dead of winter when it takes a lot of effort to keep it alive, and then it may not even survive. This is the intelligence of the law of efficiency and divine grace, right? At work. To hitch your wagon to the universe in this way, you need to learn to listen. This means tuning into what feels right or wrong at any given time. And so with this intuitive Scorpio energy, this is our antenna that will be tuning us into that. Sometimes you will want to push forward, yet your intuitive knowing will guide you to rest. Sometimes you will want to hide from a challenge, and yet you know in your bones it is time to step up and shine with boldness, despite the fear you may feel. The universe has a sense of natural flow, cycles, and timing that assures us that it supports every dream we dare to dream, and that everyone can come to fruition in its due course. It may not look exactly as you expect, but if you have set in motion with desire and intention, karmic law will ensure that it finds expression. For this to happen in the most loving, graceful, and easy way, you must learn to heal fear. Heal fear. Yes, you must learn to heal fear. That is kind of perfect. It came out that way. You must learn to heal fear. You must learn to hear, feel, and sense the currents of life and work with them rather than push against them. This is about common sense, allowing yourself to be helped, not making things more difficult for yourself than they need to be. Imagine that you have a chance to share a feeling of love in a room full of receptive people. The time is right. They are open and your efforts create the maximum effect for love's success. Or you could expend the same amount of time and energy by arguing with one disinterested person in an attempt to get them to understand and receive your love, even though they actually have no interest in doing so. They just wish to have their own point of view and for you to agree with that. And I want to stop right here for a second because this is so important. And this is energy that we really want to pay attention to, right? We want to spread the awareness, right? We want to help people to awaken, to step into their light, to see truth so that they, and the darker energies so that they can transmute them, right? To help people see that within themselves. But not everybody is ready to see that. Not everybody is ready to hear that. And so we connect with the people that are, right? If we engage any energy that we engage with, we automatically invite into our field. We begin to in-tune our frequency with their frequency, right? And we do not want to do that with frequencies that we do not want within our field, within our reality, within our consciousness. So know that every single time you engage with someone, you are giving consent for them to enter your energetic field, to enter your space. And so be very careful who you give that consent to. It may be very tempting to try to convince people of things that you perceive as truth, right? Of the inner knowing within yourself. Share that knowledge with the people who are open and ready to listen. It is not efficient, right? We could share this energy with hundreds of people who feel and understand it, right? That's what I do here on this channel. I make these videos for the people who are ready to hear the message that I am bringing, right? Not everybody is ready to hear it. And I have had to learn very recently what happens when I find the one person that is attracted, that is not ready to hear the message. And I try to convince them. I try to talk with them. I try to open them up and they are not ready to be opened up. I just wasted a ton of my energy on that interaction. And all it did was pull my vibration more deeply into theirs or tug at my vibration, right? And then I had to come back and recenter myself and disconnect from that energy. I could have been spending that time speaking with people, interacting with people who are ready to hear and ready to see and ready to embrace the message that I am ready to share, right? And my time would have been much better spent that way. And so that's what we have to realize, and that's what we have to understand. We put the information out, we put the energy out, right? For anybody to attune with, to resonate with. And if they don't, we don't waste our time and our energy trying to convince them of something that they are not trying to be convinced of, right? We just continue to spread the message for those who are ready to hear. And this can apply in any aspect of our lives. This can apply in our relationships, right? This can apply in our jobs, just everywhere. We want to constantly be remembering this and be cognizant of this. How can I be efficient with my energy? What is the best use of my energy, right? Not everybody is going to receive the energy that I am putting out, and that is okay. I do it for the ones who are ready. And I love you all so very, very much for being in that place with me. Okay, and so here we go. So it says, one is working with the law of efficiency and the other is working against the tide of life. It is not bad to choose the harder way sometimes. It can be a great learning experience. But you are being encouraged with this oracle to explore the easier and more graceful way more often. Especially at this time in your life, because there is a helping hand, a natural wave of energy in life that is, excuse me, that is going to be able to support your rising spirit and manifesting something truly beautiful and special in the world. Yes. The law of efficiency is also sometimes known as the path of least resistance. We must find the strength that comes from letting go and trusting that the universe knows what it is doing. If I'm trying to hold on and hold on and hold on, and something is trying to leave and trying to leave and trying to leave, that also is not, right, an effective use of my energy. But let's see, yes. The law of efficiency is, yeah, we got that. It takes spiritual maturity to cede to wisdom greater than your own immediate understanding. Then you are surfing the wave rather than swimming against the current. How efficient to work with life and its cycles rather than believing you must struggle and strain to be heard, loved, rewarded, and inspired. You have that maturity within you. Trust now. Trust that all will come in time. I love that. I absolutely love that. And then we have on the bottom of the deck, unplug from mass consciousness. This is so important right now, you guys. There is a consciousness being fed to us that is very dark. And we can perceive that, right? We can view it, we can see it, we can know that it's there, but we do not have to entrain our vibration with that. And one of the easiest ways that they entrain our vibration to a lower frequency is through the media, through TV, through the radio, through anything that they are supporting, right? If you are listening to music, be careful what music you are listening to, right? Choose artists who are speaking truth, who are putting out music from a spiritual perspective, from a higher perspective. They are out there in every single genre of music, okay? Be careful. Like, you can put up a shield when you're listening to the radio if a fun song comes on that you like, right? But just what are you digesting regularly? Because it comes at us in all these different ways that we may not 100% fully perceive of, right? Obviously, the news is a huge one. The news, even TV, right? TV and movies, we want to be careful what it is that we're watching, how it is. Pay attention to how you feel when you're engaged with that energy. If it doesn't make you feel good, disengage from it, okay? There is a reality that we are being spoon-fed. And if we are plugged into that mass consciousness, right, it is very easy for us to get sucked into that, right? This is about truth. This moon is about truth, right? It's about knowing our own truth. Not the truth that we are being told, the truth that exists within here, right? This is the only and the ultimate truth. And this is what I say to people all the time, you know. There are some people who would like to say different things, but the truth of the matter is, about me even, right? But the truth of the matter is, if you listen to me, I say, do not believe anything that I say. Take it, see if it resonates with you. Sit with it. And let in whatever you are open to that resonates with you. But I do not claim to be speaking the ultimate truth. I am speaking one truth that I perceive, that I am channeled, that I am attuned to, right? That I am in tune with. There are other truths and other perspectives. Whatever resonates with you, that's what you choose, right? And ultimately, don't choose any of those things. Use them as a building block, as a jumping off point to explore your own truth. That's it. Be wary of anybody who tries to tell you this is the only and the ultimate truth. Of anyone who tries to tell you what to believe, who tries to tell you what is fact, right? Just be very, very wary. And if there is a constant narrative and a storyline being fed to you, pay attention to how that makes you feel. How is that truly resonating within your soul, right? That's all I want to say about that. But that is so absolutely important right now. That guidance for unplugging from mass consciousness. And then we have the power of the divine masculine coming out. Perfect, right? This is the energy when we talk about the upgrades that the divine masculine has been receiving throughout this second half of 2020, right? Really coming into his own, coming into his power, coming into his truth, right? So I absolutely love that. And we're going to read a little bit about this energy and what it says in the book too. But this card is reminding me of many, many things. It's reminding me of Christ consciousness. I'm getting the Christ consciousness vibe very strongly from this card right now. Stepping into his Christ consciousness. Stepping into his warrior nature, but the true divine, sacred expression of that energy. An empowering energy seeks expression from within. It wishes to free you from confusion, paralysis, and stagnancy. Yes. It seeks to stir you into consciously chosen action, great discipline, and focus. It's time to end the frustration of repeating old patterns. You are ready to break through into a new way of life. Feel inspired, be energized, and focus on your dreams and desires. Take steps to manifest them on the physical plane. Believe your success is inevitable. This is the energy of Mars turning direct, right? This is the energy of all of the events that we talked about leading up to this, the 11:11 portal, the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, all of this, right? When we step into our power, when we step into our truth, and when we move with focus and determination in the direction of our desires, remembering to be efficient, right? To be efficient with our energy and also to not get pulled into this energy, right? The divine masculine in you knows when to accept and when to say no to a belief, fear, habit, person, or situation. This is what we're about to read is describing the upgrade that the divine masculine has received in this second half of 2020. So I'm going to start that again. The divine masculine in you knows when to accept and when to say no to a belief, fear, habit, person, or situation. This divine masculine energy exists within all men and women. It rallies the spirit and responds in times when you may feel drained, taken advantage of, or overwhelmed by too many choices and demands. Excuse me. It cuts through the confusion that comes with choice and priority setting. It refuses to be distracted and keeps you from being dissuaded from your life purpose. The divine masculine is growing within you now. It is the spiritual light that reveals the truth without filters or veils. Boom. Let this energy clear distractions, demands, and drama from your life. Let it help you discern what is best for you and give you the courage to act on it. Is that not what this new moon is all about? Let it help you sort out what is true from what is illusion. Let it help you dedicate your time and energy to what has meaning for you. It will empower you to claim success in what matters most. The divine masculine overcomes procrastination. It acts again and again in accordance with the heart. Divine masculine energy empowers each leading light to lovingly assert him or herself in the world. It supports us in standing up for what has meaning to the heart, whilst lovingly but firmly saying no when we need to do so, right? That's strong boundaries. Do not minimize your inner divine masculine, whether you be a man or a woman. Nourish it. However, if your masculine energy has been trapped in the wounds of your ancestors, he may demand absolute perfection before you believe you are worthy of love. He may even be violent towards you, perhaps keeping you from saying no to violent relationships or self-harming through overexercising, denying your body good nutrition or rest, or by ignoring your feelings, vulnerabilities, and intuitive wisdom. And what is this? This is the disconnection from the divine feminine. This is the distorted masculine energy that we are reading that description of right now, right? This is what we've been healing from. He may need healing from your inner divine feminine to feel loved, valuable, worthy, needed, and respected. Then the inner misogynist will fall away as a new empowered divine masculine asserts itself within you. Learn to trust this part of yourself. Let him become strong in you. He can be your guide, protector, and defender. Trust when he says no to something or someone. Trust when he says you are ready for this and encourages you to act. As you trust in him, you will trust yourself to be visible. Your inner divine masculine will help you shine your light without fear, so others can also find their way through darkness into love, right? That is the divine warrior. I love that. That is absolutely beautiful energy, right? It's like coming out of that fear, that paralysis of fear and uncertainty. We see the truth. It is revealed to us. And then we are given that boost that we need to come out of that uncertainty and that fear and move towards and enact in our lives that truth which we feel inside. We bring that from the internal and allow it to manifest in the external. If you guys need assistance with this, please reach out to me. I do incredibly powerful energy healings. I do personal readings. So many things that can be so very, very helpful as we are navigating these energies. And I want to pull actually a card from the Divine Feminine Oracle now to complement this Divine Masculine energy. Clear. All right. Let us get a message from the Divine Feminine to complement this beautiful masculine energy here. What do we have? Okay, of course. We have Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Anything else? So where it is that we are still suffering, anywhere where our masculine energy is still in that darker place, right? That need to be perfect, that fear of acting, right? We can bring compassion to that. Kuan Yin, that is ultimate divine feminine energy right there, right? We can recognize where we are suffering, and we can bring compassion in to release that suffering. That's how the divine feminine heals the divine masculine, with compassion, with care, with that unconditional love, right? That's that Christ consciousness energy again. Interesting. And then we have Marguerite Porete, the mystic of divine love. Love is divine, and I am nothing except love. And we have Fatima, the mother of imams. Love is my lineage, and gratitude is my religion. So, of course, we knew that's what the divine feminine was going to say, right? Move deeper into love. Deeper and deeper and deeper into love. And on the bottom of the deck, this is perfect. The Black Madonna, Our Lady of the Hermits. I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. That's that alchemy. That's that transformative energy, right? All right. What do I want to do here? I want to do a couple Keepers of Light cards for you guys. Clear. What guidance do we have from the Keepers of the Light? Right? Love is my lineage. That's reminding me of the ancestral healing, right? If there is ancestral healing to do for our divine masculine energy, we bring love to our lineage, right? We bring love, true love and compassion to everything that we do. And honestly, to ourselves first and foremost, right? We release judgment. We release shame. We release all of these lower vibrational energies that are keeping us stuck, that are keeping our divine masculine energy feeling as though it is unable to act. Woo! All right, so a first card we have coming out from the Ascended Masters is Kali Ma, Facing Fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar, right? We face our darkness, right? She's landing right on top of the Dark Night of the Soul card. We face our darkness so that we can step more deeply into our light. And I really love how when these are on top of each other, you can see holding the light, right? Yes. Kali Ma is a great one to call on when it comes to facing our fears. When it comes to, this is the shadow material that's coming up, right? She is the goddess of destruction. Why do we need destruction? Because we cannot have creation without destruction, right? This is what we're seeing happening on a collective level, and it's happening individual for each one of us as well. Whatever fears are still lingering within you that are ready to be faced, face them with love, right? Remember, love is my lineage, right? And gratitude is my religion. Face them with that. But understand that once we face these demons, these final pieces, aspects of that puzzle, right? We are opened up to so much incredible energy and potential, right? This is your chance. It's major spiritual changes, right? Happening in the world around us, happening within us, as we move more and more deeply into what is truly meant for us, into our purpose. And trust me, each and every one of you watching this, I'm sorry, my nose gets super itchy sometimes when I do these videos. Every single one of you watching this has a purpose and a path, right? You found this channel because you were ready to move more deeply into that. El Moria, Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. The universe is with you. It is supporting you in every single way. And I'm going to read that out of here. These books all have such amazing... Obviously, there's not enough time for me to read everything that's coming out here for you guys, but they have some really amazing stuff. Yes, so this is all about spiritual protection, cleansing your energy, right? This is, once again, facing fears and seeing the truth will strengthen your connection to universal life force. That's the last line there. That's why I wanted to read that. Facing fears and acknowledging truth will strengthen your connection to universal life force. Right. All right. And the universe is supporting you wholeheartedly in that process. So much energy coming through here about facing our fears. Right. We cannot allow our fears to dictate our reality. We are moving away from that. That does not serve us any longer. Right. We are stepping into our light. And yes, it is scary, but yes, it is also so very, very worth it. As that presence, that light is awakened within us, and that light expands more and more. It gets deeper and deeper inside, and it pushes up and works up more and more of those fears, okay? But those fears are coming up to be released, to be transmuted. We are transmuters of energy. Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe, angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Right? Face those fears, acknowledge them, and release them, and surrender. Like, this is like so much energy coming through now, telling us, reminding us how safe and protected we are. There is no need to fear, right? What is fear? False evidence appearing real. And Lady Venus downloads an understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Right? So much truth being revealed. And then on the bottom of the deck here, I noticed too, we have trust in the plan. Right? So we are being asked to trust. We are being asked to trust. We are being asked to have faith. We are being asked to face whatever fears are coming up, to heal them with love and to heal and transmute them with love and compassion, and to step fully and move fully in the direction that we are being called to move confidently, knowing that we absolutely have within us everything that we need. Right? Yeah. Yep. And Kuan Yin again popping up on the bottom of the deck. Choose to be love, do is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. So Kuan Yin energy coming through very strongly. She is wanting us to really, truly tap into that compassion, right? To utilize her if we are struggling with that. Her energy just coming through super strongly for people. And then, oh my God, all right, yeah, so we have trust in the plan, right? We have spiritual service. So this is all about connecting to your purpose and your passion. And then we have wisdom of the divine feminine. So we have the divine feminine and masculine cards here, right? This is the merger, the supporting of those two energies as they rise to meet each other in their highest and fullest vibration. Now I want to pull a Kuan Yin card to close, just because her energy is coming through so strongly here. And I want to see what she has to say for us. Clear. And initiation by water, and this is all about emotion and intuition, right? Using our emotion and our intuition as our guide. What closing energy do we have from the Kuan Yin Oracle? One card, please. One card to close. Okay, perfect. And so it actually listened to me for once. Blessings of the Moon Maiden is what's coming through. Oh, well, that's perfect, right? For the new moon video. All right. And I'll hold that up for you guys again. The Moon Maiden, with her lucky hair, brings auspicious tidings of prosperity and abundance to you now. The universe seeks to replenish, restore, and create through you. Allow yourself to receive beyond what you have thought is possible by opening your heart with gratitude now. Let the blessings of good fortune from the beloved Maiden of the Moon, Kuan Yin, flow easily into your life now. More about the flow, right? The surrender and the flow. Gifts of abundance and prosperity are flowing to you now. You are being asked to open up to what you believe is possible, and then open some more. All good fortune in all of its forms come to you now. Remember, anything is possible, right? Believe in the impossible. All possibilities are possible. Don't limit what you are capable of attracting with false beliefs about how much you deserve or what you are worthy of having. The universe will share with you so much more than you can imagine possible as you open your heart and let go of self-imposed limitations, doubts, or fears. The Moon Maiden blesses with great generosity blessings of good fortune and peace, yet we must trust how these blessings come to us and accept that we may need to grow for those blessings to manifest in our lives. All blessings need energy within us in which to vest, like a seed needing soil in which to be planted, so it can manifest in the physical world as a vital, healthy plant. Blessings such as a new partnership, life path, career opportunity, growth in personal or spiritual power, and financial healing require energy within us to be able to settle and grow into physical form, to be enjoyed and shared in our lives. Our beliefs, openness, vitality, and trust need to be big enough to receive the magnificence of the blessings coming to us. And I don't know if it was in this reading or the daily reading, possibly the Pluto-Jupiter reading, but we were just talking about exactly that, right? We have to be the person that would do the thing, that would have the thing, right? Before that thing can come to us. Otherwise, it will be like asking a wonderful vast oak tree to be planted in a tiny plot or an ocean to be contained in a thimble. Do you know how easy it is for you to attract even more goodness and support for this growth in your life? Have gratitude for what you already have received and how you have already grown, right? What was that quote there? Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion, right? These blessings would not be coming to you if there was not a readiness and ability within you to receive them. So share something of what you love with others in a way that expands rather than depletes you, that being key. You may choose to share kindness, your talents, love or affection, knowledge or material resources. Give from the desire to do so from the heart. Do not seek to give out of fear, obligation, or guilt. Just give what feels good to give, and your heart will open with joy rather than close with anxiety or fear. You will feel good and move even more deeply into the flow of abundance. The divine feminine endlessly creates over and over again, flowing in cycles just like the moon. If you have been through a challenging cycle where your creative ability to manifest seemed to be impeded, this oracle indicates that the tide is changing and your finances, energy, relationships, and vocation are being infused with abundant universal energy now. Accept this divine grace and know that your abundance helps others feel abundant too. It is a spiritual service to live a life of fullness and joy. Okay, I'll read that again. It is a spiritual service to live a life of fullness and joy, right? That is beautiful, and that is something to remember, right? And this is how we open up those floodgates to abundance, right? We talk about this all the time. Giving is receiving. When we give, we also receive, and vice versa. And so we want to keep that flow open, right? We want to keep those channels open. We do not want to sell ourselves short, right? That message coming through loud and clear. Whatever it is that your biggest dream is, dream bigger, right? Whenever you set intentions for this new moon and you want to manifest something, always say this or something better, right? Whatever is for the highest good of all involved, this or something better. All right? Because trust me, that something better is always wanting to make its way to you if you are open and ready to receive it. So I love that. I love that energy coming through for us to close this out. There is so much beautiful abundance, right? We are tapping into the conjoined wisdom of our divine feminine and our divine masculine energies, right? And when we do that, we are a force to be reckoned with in the most beautiful way. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope that you have an incredibly powerful new moon. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you would like to subscribe and... I sound so mechanical right now. It's my brain is trying to wrap around and come back to like housekeeping stuff. What I'm trying to say is if you want to subscribe so you can catch more videos, I would love that. Click the bell with the little squigglies so you get the notifications. Comment down below. Let me know how this is resonating with you, how you're anticipating this new moon, how you're feeling these energies. If you would like to donate to this channel, there are links down below for that as well. And my email with the description of the services that I offer is also down in the description box. Please, please, please reach out to me. I would love to be assistance to you. I love you all so very, very much, and I will talk to you soon.